I'm going live over here. Well, we'll be live in 2 seconds, and I'll drop my own link over here. Twitch.tv/MageBits. He's a cool dude. NBN, Australia's broadband network. It was made possible, was it, DX? I like you.
Yeah.
I like you, buddy.
All right, so my live stream is like when a stream fucks up, it's the NBN. So there you go. That's the only reason why to fuck up.
Really, like whenever you make a mistake, DX, like if you like mess up at a boss or crack a safe incorrectly or something, just blame NBN.
I wouldn't.
Their fault.
They sound pretty terrible. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm gonna hang out here, and
oh, just stretching the legs and the groin.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I didn't really test this live scene too much here, but let me see if I can determine it's anything. Oh goodness.
1 gig.
Where's the chat box? I don't have it. The chat box is like trapped in the background, and I'm afraid to try and get it out of the background. So that's a thing that's occurring at the moment. We'll live. We'll live. This is my AFK setup, by the way. Don't judge it. My screen is not meant to actually be looked at. I know it's kind of horrifying to look at, but you know, it is what it is. I just I'm so ready for this to be done. 155k to go. It's about 38 minutes away according to the counter. Although I was doing kind of poorly XP wise. That I can boost that XP per hour up by like 100k if I pay attention. I was trying to get the live stream started and I dropped about 100k an hour. So we're probably only about 20 minutes away if I had to guess. That's pretty exciting.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's my next 120 going to be though? What do I do?
Dungeoneering.
Alright, you should finish up Slayer.
I should finish up Slayer. I want to finish up Slayer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish Slayer all the way to 120. I was thinking I might go to 116. Maybe I'll go to 120, but I've given myself the option to take a break at around 116 and do a different 120 and then finish Slayer. Just because I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it all. Go away!
What the hell?
Sorry about that. All because this is like the tech room in the house. Like all the tech is in here, all of it, including all of the smart shit that is like has to freaking talk to you. I have to figure out a way to like make sure that shit doesn't happen, but haven't figured it out yet. AKA, I haven't tried.
Seems like you're having a decent amount of fun with Slayer, though.
I was, and then I was like, it got to a point where every task, I was like, the task has to either be Rune Dragons, Edemu, or Abyssal Demons, or Gargoyles, or I'm not.
This has just joined the pre-live.
Or I'm not having fun. Because I'm not making the money I want to make.
Dark Beast isn't bad.
Dark Beasts are okay. I don't see what Pern sees in them. I just don't.
Well, they're about
totally AFK. You click
totally
on the screen every 5 minutes.
1.5 to 2 mil an hour.
Yeah, I just don't. Yep. They're okay. I don't know. They're just. It's not enough money per hour. That's my problem.
It's good in terms of like XP, GP, and AFK.
Oh God.
What was that?
That sounds like.
It sounded like Dave farting.
If that was a freaking jet fueled fart. If that was a fart.
I don't think there weren't any.
That was someone dragging a chair over to like hang themselves.
Or a table.
Me, in fact, because I'm so done with smithing.
Come on, mate. You're almost there,
buddy. Mix it up with everything else.
My problem.
You do well with doing that. I can't do. I couldn't just sit there and just do one skill for that long.
It's not even the fact that I'm sick of smithing. It's the fact that I'm doing too much. Like I did 18 hours yesterday. I've been up since 2 in the morning today. Like I'm doing too much of it, and it's driving me slowly insane. Throw a cup of
And
tea.
David, this is for you from Phantom. Your win making level is 99.
I think it was like a cart or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a hotel lobby.
You're in a hotel lobby?
Yeah.
Pern, thoughts?
Yes.
Thoughts on safe cracking?
Haven't tried it. We'll be doing it tomorrow.
Gotcha. Why? Are you?
No, I just did an hour and a half of live stream.
Are you afraid of like
on safe cracking?
Like a game breaking bug, or are you like?
No, I'm just not in a real good way at the moment. The back has been really bad.
Gotcha.
So I'm basically sitting back, just doing. I want to get some clues gathered up, so I'm just doing that at the moment. I've been wanting to fight Telos, but I'm just mentally just not up to it at the moment. I really want to get back there, but I know I'm just not physically up for it.
That's
fair. The way my back is, so
you know that's completely fair. That I sometimes walk away from the game completely for like days at a time. I was in pain. I think I completely took one day off last week because I was just in so much pain. I was like, no, today is a day that I'm gonna writhe in pain in bed all day.
I sat for most of today just laying back on the couch, and I was basically cutting acacia logs.
Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes
they sell for more than magic logs, so I cut those for my wood cutting because you get a lot more of them per hour. Then I just sell them and buy magic logs, which are 35 GP less.
Ah.
That's like, crazy. You know what?
So when I want to do magic, when I do fire making, it's just bang.
You know what, Pern? I just thought of something. I know why you want to go out to Telos, because like for us in Australia, we don't have many good telecommunications. So we think of it as like telcos.
No. I'm with Telstra. So if my NBN goes down, they flick me over to 4G.
Oh, that's not the smart modem, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, you bastards!
So I don't
have an unlimited plans. I don't have any unlimited plans with Telstra. I don't think.
I didn't realize that that's what they did, because it crashed, and I got a thing the other day. Oh, you've been on 4G for a couple of hours, and I just had to reset my modem to go back, and it's that's why it's been going a little bit slow. But I never actually lost internet, so.
Yeah, I saw an ad for that earlier on today. We're talking Australian telcos here, by the way, guys.
Apparently, everyone does it except Optus.
So is Optus like
Vodafone does it?
Is Optus the only choice in your area, or is that just the choice that you have for your household? DX.
Oh right. I think we're with a telco called Internode. I'm not sure if it's got something to do with Optus or whatever. I'll have to find out more information about it. But that's what we ended up going with. But if there was a fallback, but I think the issue that we've got right now is the modem itself. It just keeps falling over, and it takes the NBN with it, and we can't switch over.
Wait, the modem is? So I had this image of your modem just like repeatedly falling over and over because you had a precarious spot. And I was like,
no, it's not because of a precarious spot, you sons of bitches. like assholes.
No, when you hear DX say something like that, that is what you would think of, because it is a DX thing to do.
I've broken Reddit, by the way. I've figured it out. I've learned how to karma whore. I am now a Reddit karma whore. I figured it out. So if you'll check your hot topics for today, you'll notice a certain somebody is on the front page once again, being a certain podcaster extraordinaire. It's easy. It's so easy to meme. I'm just gonna become a meme whore.
I know. That's why I can't stand Reddit, because I
even got a JMod reply. I've gotten Reddit
you
gold.
You could star in Moulin. Hey, Mage, but you could star in Moulin Rouge, man. You could be Lady Mage, Marmalade Mage. Or
I know. I'm just tooting my own horn over here like a fucking humble bragging jackass. I'm not even humble bragging. I'm just being a straight jackass. But I'm amazed at how easy it is to game the system, and thusly how broken the system actually is.
Hey, what do you think of changes of the Reddit page, by the way?
I'm like, I like some of it, and some of it I don't like. I'm currently using the old
new look, to be honest.
I'm using the old look. for now. The problem
Is
with
there a way I can switch back to the old look?
yes, there is. There should be a link at the top of the page that allows you to change it back, or simply like log out of Reddit, and that sometimes does it as well. But there was like a little blue bar at the top of my page that said, "Hey, do you not like the new Reddit? Click here to switch back to the old Reddit," and I did because it was a little much. It was a little much, just a tiny bit. The CSS just doesn't work with the theme that they have going on. And I really like the way that the RuneScape Reddit is laid out. It's very easy to consume information. The only thing I like about the new layout is that it is much harder, almost impossible to get lost. You can easily click on a post and it pops up over your document, over the page rather. So then when you're done with that post, you close back and you're right back to where you were. You don't have to like open in a new tab or
Oh, that's good.
not accidentally open in the same tab, and then the browser forgets where you were. It remembers where you were because it pops over using HTML5, I would assume. So there is a benefit to it, but right now, like, the Reddit mods need to redesign the theme to work with it, and there's not much interest in doing that, it seems. So I might stick with the old one.
I think I might have figured it out here. There we go. Okay, I've got it back over. There's that option. There was an option in the preferences. Apparently, it was a beta thing that was ticked, so I've just unticked it.
Nice.
So there we go.
We're getting a little bit closer here. 97K. 97K.
Come on.
I don't even know where the...
imagine if you find out you've got like 40 penguin points or something.
I think I do actually have 40 penguin points.
Oh, wait a minute. If you do that'll knock it over.
Would it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much.
Your modem?
No, penguin points. Oh, you bastards!
That was good.
That's it.
Somebody clip. I need a clip of that. That was perfect. Oh no.
That was good.
Somebody. I'm not fat. Do I get it? I don't even know how to get to my own clips. That was too good. Oh man. I might make this into a podcast now.
Oh my god. You know what? I should have waited to tell Mage to check his penguin points
until after
he got 99.
DX, thanks to DX, the live stream just ended. No. Let me see. I'll clan chat it. Hang on.
You can check your currency pouch for penguin.
I was asking earlier. I was like, is there any way I can like get some XP to bang this out? And no one had an answer until right now.
Well, I didn't think of that until just now.
That's not.
Or you could have just gone and done the troll thing for 3 minutes and got 97k.
We're coming up with the ideas.
Why is everyone coming up with all these ideas now?
Doing it.
You didn't ask me.
I have 50 penguin
You've got
points.
50 penguin points.
Right.
So you've got maxed out penguin points. So you would have been spotting them and just not getting any more points anyway.
Yeah, I know. I
So you got
stopped.
50. That'll get you.
I stopped spotting penguins because it stopped giving me points. That's why I stopped spotting them. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's go do this then. Why do I never think of things like these? And why didn't... I mean, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because people didn't want you ending early. They wanted to see you keep going.
I have like...
Me and my big bloody mouth.
I have like 26 elite clues in the bank, so we got plenty.
Oh, damn.
We can do some elite clues after this and just chill and chat if anyone wants to chill and
Go
chat.
grab I'm gonna grab my laptop. I'll do some elite clues too. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I still got
Alright,
like 80 or 85, somewhere around there.
There's a pretty sweet post right now on the on the official forum. Sorry, I'm so used to calling it Reddit now. That is called Alt1 users are cheaters. If I post an image link, am I going to be? But probably you will probably be. Let me permit you. I think I can permit you. Is that a thing?
He's gonna Panaceus you.
You know what? Here, you're a mod now. Go ahead. You can go for it. You're God now.
That's fair enough. I mean, I agree with that. If you use Alt1, you're a cheater.
Okay, you posted your image. Dude.
It's quite a good
I just had a look at the picture too.
Nice. I love your outfit, by the way. It's Beautiful outfit. All right, what do I do here? Hide and seek? Oh, we got here? I want to claim my reward. 120 smithing.
Claim the money. Claim the money.
I would laugh if you
Show me the
accidentally
money.
click claim the coins.
Yeah.
It's all the way.
I'd be literally on the floor laughing in the corner.
All right, let's see here.
Drum roll. Brrr.
I make sure I put it in the right skill because I'm so used to putting it into herblore. I have a muscle memory like to go to herblore continue anytime a lamp thing comes up. So I have to like stop my brain. Okay, it is smithing.
Put it on dungeoneering.
No, mine always goes into construction at the moment.
That's a good one to
I've
put
got
in.
like about 2.5 mil in construction.
Construction's
Nice.
actually probably a little smarter than herblore because at least
I
herblore
have-
produces something. Go ahead.
I have everything towards agility. That's what I put everything towards.
That's
I
also
want 120 agility.
that's also fair. I'm gonna pay my way to 120 agility via Silverhawks.
That's expensive.
Well, see,
Mhm.
4 bill.
yeah, but I've got so many
got it.
Silverhawks in my bank from everything because I get that down all the time.
Where's the
You can't trade the downs.
No, that's right. So I put it on my boots, and your boots only hold 500. So, and
Oh,
it's just
wow.
a pity that you've got to wear. I wear my full Globetrotter outfit when I do clues because that's the perfect time to be wearing Silverhawk boots.
well done. Those
Mage
things-
Bit has just achieved virtual level 120 smithing. Grats.
Congratulations, my man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So you're welcome of the advice that I gave you. So you're welcome.
I did. I used the advice.
I'm gonna take credit for that.
Get ready for the stream to look real weird for a second while I switch into 4K. Alright, this is going to be awkward. But I am not going to do clue scrolls in 1080p on my side monitor, so I have to readjust a few things.
Oh shit. Okay.
Editor.
And just for the record, I'm actually looking to get a second monitor again for my computer this Thursday, so hopefully I can get one.
I was playing around the other day, and I've actually got my 42-inch plasma an old plasma that I got off a customer years ago. It's in my room just as a TV, and it's actually got a input for a computer on it. So I've actually got 3 monitors on my computer now.
The problem is, like with a 42-inch television like that, it would the resolution, I think it won't be.
Oh, I just sit back.
980.
If I just want to lay back in bed and just watch YouTube clips, that's what I do now. That's
You
just
watch,
it.
you watch
Purely for
Pornhub.
YouTube.
Parents spends his time lying on his back watching Pornhub.
Majebit is struggling desperately.
Oh shit! This
Did
looks
you
really
say-
cool. This resolution.
DX, did you say Pornhub?
All I want to do is select the game capture. Okay, so that...
You're using OBS, aren't you, there, Mage?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, this is the issue that I had with readjusting the resolution and stuff. It would just go, the way that you're trying to adjust this thing now. I could never get it right. I could never get it to stretch all the way. And when I do adjust it, it'd fuck me up again. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
Oh, that looks mad.
all the way.
I can do that.
Sorry, that's just the way you said that. I can't get it to stretch all the way.
You know what?
That's what she said.
You broke him. Congratulations.
Go back to Pornhub, man.
How do I fix this?
That looks amazing. To be honest, I like that's amazing, that widescreen look at the moment. I know it's not what you wanted, Mage, but that looks amazing.
Life
doesn't
is
it?
never what I want. I'm pretty used to that. I was hoping that it would let me. I can do a 1280 by 720. Where did it even go? Oh, it's just making it real small. Can I then drag it up though? Let's see.
This is getting worse.
All right. Well, that's at least. I don't want it in 720 though. Who would want this in 720? Why is my viewer count going up? That doesn't make any sense.
People want to watch you in poor resolution, Mage.
I want it to be 1920. No elements found. Consider changing the search. But you don't understand. I'm not searching. I'm commanding. There's a difference. People are congratulating me as well. Hang on. Thank you.
Wait, you got 120.
I did.
Yeah, you got up with the penguin points that I recommended.
Yeah. All right.
Cheapskate.
This.
Really, DX gets credit for this 120 then.
That's true.
He put in all the
Filters.
intellectual work.
And that's not much.
I'm gonna figure this out. I might not be able to figure this out though.
So to all your listeners out there, if you are still live, if you haven't read the patch notes or listened to my patch notes video yet, they did an update on the Fremennik Sea Boots 4. So if you have the Elite Diaries done, it will now teleport you directly to the Fremennik Market Square. So
Oh, that's so nice.
All right.
That's just the sea boots, correct?
Secondary.
the Sea Boots. Yep.
All right, I get you.
Second plan. Second.
Does it have
plan.
like I remember you saying something about that? Is like a new animation sequence
Dear
as
Lord.
well, or is it just the?
Dear Lord, help me.
Yeah.
I don't look at animations. I just look at the functionality. It gets me there now, so I'm really happy.
Oh my god, yeah.
The fact that it's actually put you in the middle of the thing is pretty amazing.
It is.
Oh,
It's
shit.
really good.
Jagex, make a video game that works. Now it's their fault. Only use. All right.
Yeah.
All right. 1920. No. 720. Nothing. All right. None of this works. All right. So that doesn't work.
So we're watching 20% mage bit now, or is that 10%?
Who knows?
There we go.
It's nothing.
That's a little bit better.
Nothing's better. Don't worry.
Wasn't that 50% Alfred, the guy at
I'm just gonna.
The quest.
Thank
yeah.
you.
The
Thank
quest,
you for the
yeah.
congratulations. I appreciate that. So
what's
this-
his name? 50% Jack or Jake?
50%
or something, wasn't
Luke. God,
it? Luke. That's the one.
you all.
And that was strange. We were talking about 50% Luke now, but I did mention during my safe cracking stream that at a certain point in the Pieces of Hate quest, Luke leaves the island. So he's now
Really?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have done it. I think.
There you go. That
No.
looks a little bit better.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't. But wait, just wait. All right, one of these options. I'm gonna press eventually one of these buttons. That's the button. All right, is that horrifying to look at? Vote.
What, Alt F4?
Vote now. Well, hang on. Actually, let me put my correct.
Oh, whoa, that's crazy. That's amazeballs. That.
All right.
Oh wow, look at that long shot. That's sweet as. Oh man, that's nuts. I love it. I love it there. I love it, Mage.
All right, we're now in. We're in pseudo 4K. You're gonna. Oh god, what did I just break? There needs to be like
Hey,
a lock button
teleported.
here.
You
Yeah.
get teleported.
We're in we're in pseudo 4K now, aka fisheye lens to some degree, but feels good for me.
One
That's
thing that annoys
nuts.
me about the clues is talking when you've got to go and do the gnome glider ones. The first option it defaults to
It's glider.
glider, and you
Yeah.
fly out. And I go, bloody hell! Every time you solve a puzzle, and then you click on him to hand it back, and you fly away. It's just like, fix that one, please, Jagex.
All right, just get the toolkit open, and we're gonna do some clues. Let me quickly update.
Hey, have you guys ever taken? You guys would have taken the glider, but take the glider from the Tree Gnome Maze. It'll go past the Gnome Stronghold and off the map. The animation.
Oh, one is open. Does anyone know who's the master smither? Is that Doric?
It's a party
Dork.
in here.
I think it'd be Doric for
There's
sure.
a party in here. I'm a 120 smith.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I actually haven't bought
Hey.
half of my my 99.
I
capes yet.
only buy them if the skill has a cool looking cape or cost a lot of money. That's my
I
recommendation.
high-hacked them. I had all of them, and I high-hacked them about a month before they released skill cape perks, and I just haven't felt like doing it again.
Doric, my friend.
Hey Hannah, how's it
Have
going?
Any more?
Good.
I imagine Doric will be the one you speak to for sure. You'd think that.
my team lost this morning, so I'm done and stuff. Pretty sad, but it's
No,
okay.
it doesn't look like it's Doric.
Oh,
No, maybe
darn.
it's the Imcando dwarf.
I'm gonna go over.
Oh, that is
Rago.
Doric, isn't it?
Oh, if anyone wants
No,
to
that's
come,
You mean Keldagram?
come.
Might
You mean
be.
Keldagram Mage?
I meant the one down on Musa Point.
Oh, Thorak, isn't that Thorak?
I don't know. I forget his name, to be honest with you. The only
Yeah.
the red berry pie dwarf.
Pretty sure that's Thorak, but
Okay, I believe it.
If it's not him, then it might be down there in Kildogram.
I know that's the guy that
Thurgo.
has the 99 cape. Does he also have
You
the
buy
one?
Yeah.
it from Thurgo.
Okay. Yeah. Then
Oh,
that's
so
that's
right,
the
so he's
guy.
going to the right spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I had the right name in mind, but I just got the wrong pronunciation.
Skill cape of smithing. I forgot his name. I've mastered the skill. Mastered it.
It
Yeah.
should give you one that's torn up because you used penguin points to get there, you cheap bastard.
I know. I just cheated the last hour of the thing. All
Ah.
right, now I gotta open up my appearance. I should have keepsake keys ready. Oh, I gotta be in a bank though, right? You can't just keepsake shit anyway. In anywhere rather.
Isn't there a bank at the Missa Point or something? A deposit box?
It has to be a full bank.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep. There's not one
Oh.
down there.
Damn. I was thinking there's got to be one somewhere. I can't remember where.
All right, I will wear this
Oh,
in honor
Closest one is Draenor.
of my challenge.
Hannah,
What's up?
wanna come Virago?
Just woke up, so no.
That's a good way to wake yourself up properly. Don't get pounded by that huge living rock.
I like
You
it.
know what's really weird, Mage? In your 4K display there, your bloody Voices of Saren is like just in a
Little
pretty
blip.
awkward position
It
on the
is.
middle of the screen.
It is. It totally is for me too. I'm so lazy. I just don't care and never. I don't want to open up.
It looks like some eyes are watching you or something.
when the when the editor updates come in from that tap project. So probably never. But you know, once that makes it into the game, I'll fix it then because they'll have made the interface better. All right, we're doing some clues now and just chilling, chatting.
Oh yeah, my bond bot.
Nice.
My notes are all written down to have a chat about the farming update.
Nice.
So the next thought bubbles and
I'm
brain
excited for
farts will
that.
be out soon.
I'm excited
I was-
for farming.
On one of the previous streams, Pern, I was gonna explain what my thoughts were on your Wildy 2.0, but I never got around to it because, as usual, my bloody internet. Because I was preparing, because I just at the time aired your entire thing, your entire piece explaining,
Yeah.
and then I was gonna come in and explain my stuff, and then boom, went down. It was down for like 35 minutes.
I
Optus
think
didn't
And then
wanna
when
hear
I
your
eventually
stuff.
went back live, I spent the last hour just ragging on them,
I think
Yeah, Pop
Hannah
just didn't wanna hear
was
your stuff.
fine.
That looks like it might be in what do you call it? The Ring of Kinship might be over there in Dungeoneering, I think. No,
It's the needle is so weird.
hmm.
I'm gonna go to Taverley for a second here. It might be over there. It's just like,
You know
It
what? It
doesn't
might be in
seem
the
like
corner
it.
of Berthorpe.
yeah, I think it's up near like the mountain.
Wouldn't it be messed up if you're in the Wildy first? Oh, it's going straight north now.
Yeah, like I think it's up near Trollheim.
If
But
anything, I might. No, it's turning already.
Up near the smithing guy in Berthorpe.
yeah, probably. It's gonna immediately flip as I walk past them. That's what I'm hoping. Pretty much. Yeah. It's like over here. Sort of near the mountain. Sort of behind the old challenge area.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do for my next clue scroll thing is what I'm gonna do is gonna get 100 caskets of each category and do that as a mega opening.
That'll take a while.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm working
but-
on at the moment.
What are you up to, Pern? What are you up to?
I have got 35 hards. I am doing my 20th elite at the moment. I have 25 easies and 28 of the mediums.
How many hards? How many have you got? Hard.
28 hards.
Okay, so you've got 28 hard. Wink.
Turn. I've got 71 elites plus another 14.
No, these are the ones I've already solved.
Oh yeah. So you've got the caskets.
Got the caskets done, yeah.
Right, I get you.
It's a lot of caskets.
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of
people.
I don't have that kind of patience. Also, my music just ended at a really
I
inopportune
open
time.
them as I get them, pretty much.
I normally do, but I thought I'd just do 100 of each and just see how that goes. Just for a bit of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's why I'm gonna do it that way.
I'm feeling good this morning. Fresh off a 120. I think I'm ready for my first die. I think I'm ready. Does everyone else think I'm ready?
Who are you gonna kill? Who are you gonna kill, mate?
Do I have to
First die.
kill someone? I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to use their blood to stain my armor. Confirmed blood dye. I'm putting together a picture of freaking.
Actually, I don't have anything blood dye.
Isn't that Greg?
I should blood dye something.
Yes, it is. What about a blood dye? You don't have any blood dyed things?
Yeah, that's the only. It's the only dye type I don't have.
It's not the best. The coolest is ice dye. Look at it.
I've got 4 things ice dyed.
That's good.
So you should just shout me a party hat if you want to waste your money.
Yeah, but that doesn't give him an item to then later gamble away in the duel arena.
Yeah, but if he's just wasting money on dyes, he can.
There's no adrenaline in that.
It's not a waste of money. I look so good.
You fashion plate.
This one's in Damonheim.
Hey, if I had the money and you might as well spend it on something. You're going to be using it for anything else, except to let someone win it off you.
Dun 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 dun. Need my kinship ring. Anything else I should get while I'm at the bank? A weapon, perhaps, because I'm eventually going to encounter something I got to kill, right?
Have you got any of the Globetrotter outfit yet?
No, I'm close.
I got all the pieces now.
I'm saving up.
That really backs the bonus.
Saving up for the legs, so I'm specifically trying to get 1,500 points, which I'm not far from. I think I have like 14 something or something, maybe 13. I don't know. We'll find out when we finish this clue.
I think
I'm now saving up for Blue's Clue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saving for.
Pet. What is it called? Blue's Clue?
Blue. Just blue.
Okay, yeah. They don't want to copyright issues or nothing like that.
What is the pet of? Like, what does it look like?
Vaguely similar to the old Blue's Clue dog that they used to have on TV.
No, so it's actually a little blue dog? That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think you'll fight someone here, I don't know.
Why?
Wah.
So many puzzles.
Oh man, you got the elves.
I mean, Alt 1's got the elves, let's be honest.
Cheater!
Notice how I always fly through these ones?
Me too.
Yeah, because you cheat.
I don't use Alt 1 for these kind of things, no way.
DX.
No. But you had to have used it for that tower clue that day. There was no way you solved those that quickly. Like, you got every number correct first time.
He's not saying anything.
This is not my live stream. This is Major's live stream.
I knew you were cheating that day, because they take me like a good, 6 or 7 minutes to get those done.
Phantom says
I sit here with a piece of paper. I sit here with a piece of paper, writing it all down and working it out.
It took me a good 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just really good at them naturally. I can't explain it. I just somehow intuitively know where every number goes. That's what
the tower ones.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I intuitively know. I just know
2 or 3 minutes. I'll accept.
Answer.
But DX did it in 15 seconds.
No, I'm just kidding. I do it in 30 seconds. Also, I use my intuition powers.
Alt 1.
Nah, intuition powers.
Oh, apparently the ectofile no longer empties when...
No, that's another good one.
Sad face. Easyscape.
These
How many
noobs will
times-
never know the joys of accidentally walking away from the active file.
I know how many times I have done that.
You'll never see that animation again. Oh man, the days. I remember when there was animations in RuneScape.
I just remember animations? Those were nice. I got a scanning clue here from Nick Isles.
I just went down to 5 HP. Oh my god. That was savage.
5 HP. Wow.
Get good.
Where is?
You bossed that shit.
Oh, I dropped things. I dropped things on the floor.
You dropped the pencil on the floor so you can bend over.
Ah, you know me.
I'm duoing Viraga right now. I tried to go AFK. Apparently you shouldn't AFK this boss.
You went to AFK Virago?
A
Yeah.
duo?
You're
Yeah.
nuts, man.
That's.
I
I
mean,
feel bad for your
Like,
teammate.
I had to do something. Oh, he's fine. I had to look up some-
I have a sick brag on everyone. David and I went to Kriara hard mode. I lived, he died. Now, I'm not going to say that he died because he got the pet and was congratulating and talking to everyone and actually forgot to look at the screen, but I out-survived David, so as my sick brag for the day.
Wow, you're not going with Dave ever again.
Dude, we all know.
I was just
we all know
happy
that
he got
Kern
it.
is better at PVM than me. Okay.
I just couldn't believe that Yakamaru, just watching you guys do that. It's just like, that's crazy.
Yakamaru is a frightening boss to watch.
It is. I mean, I think I could probably, if I had a few attempts, work out Rise of the Six and Beastmaster, no worries. But I'm watching them do Yakamaru. I've said, I'd have no
How
hope
long?
whatsoever.
How long is Solak going to be best money in game? Do you think?
3 weeks.
That doesn't look at all like me, Phantom.
Oh, sick! I found it immediately.
I don't have that. I have long hair, but I don't have that kind of long hair.
So you think? So what you think it will be
No,
gone
I
in 3
think
weeks?
it should go for a few months.
This is the worst.
Just depends how good these weapons are
What do you?
and how common they are.
What do you think, David?
I say it'll never be best money in game.
You don't think it'll ever be
Telos.
best money in game?
Telos is broken.
Okay, it's good to know.
Spaghetti code.
So, why is Telos broken? Did I open a can
it's
of
like
worms?
it's like 65. It's like 65 mil an hour.
What makes it that? Is it just too quick of a boss, or?
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
on
no
push to talk, and I'm on P3, so I have to.
It's okay. No worries.
Oh dear.
Popping open clue scrolls.
Oh yeah.
When DX solves a clue scroll puzzle in 5 seconds. Hacker man.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, like, I don't think that they predicted that it would be as easy as it is to get super fast kills.
Okay.
So like,
Well, they've underestimated the RuneScape community because it's already bloody
Exactly.
fractured as it is.
Did
And
you
it
hear
really
them?
is fractured.
Did you hear the behind the scenes where they're talking? Oh, we don't expect anyone to beat Solak in the first month. I'm sitting there going, I would
yeah,
put 20
dude,
bucks on.
we're gonna get a kill in the first hour.
I said David will get one done in the first day, no worries at all.
I mean, our goal is to get a kill first, like our first real attempt, because like obviously, like you don't do real
You
attempts
gotta learn,
until
yeah.
after you learn the basic mechanics. But
Yeah.
because our goal is to be selling comp capes to people by day 3. We want to like be good enough to 6+ fire.
That sounds... I mean, the thing about that is, for you, that sounds pretty good, because it doesn't matter if you're doing a 2 or a 6. It's the same difficulty, right?
So they said that duo was way harder. Was going to be much harder.
Oh, okay.
See, and when they were originally speaking about that, duo mode was going to be a sort of a de-featured type version. You weren't going to get as good a reward, but it was going to be there as like a de-featured version for someone like me
Yeah,
who just wants to
exactly.
get in there, get a kill and such. And now all of a sudden they're making it harder. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're making it-
stick it up
yeah,
your
exactly.
ass.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of.
what'd you make of the
silly.
teaser? What'd you make of the teaser for the bottle quest
Yeah, it was funny.
on there behind the scenes? That was pretty neat.
Anonymous took over.
I'm looking forward to the clue scroll quest. It sounds fun. This scroll will work in Taverley Dungeon.
You're gonna leave that bloody rune behind?
I am going to leave that bloody rune behind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not online anymore, so.
But
That's
I mean, it's
783 GP you've left lying there, DX.
basically.
Mate.
DX, you can't tell the difference
Best.
between me and Magebit anymore, Pern.
Oh. Just look at our money
Okay.
purchase.
Select to be better money than Telus, it'd have to be at least 55 to 60 mil an hour, and that's just like a lot.
And that's it. And then you got to split those with the other people. So, it couldn't be best money because you're not going to be able to split that much.
How long do you think you'll be able to sell kills for big bucks?
A while. I mean, like we still sell Yakimaru all the time. We sell it for pretty cheap now compared to release, but
Yeah.
because Yakimaru was like 250 mil on release. And if this is harder than Yakimaru, which they're trying to make it sound like it's going to be, then it could easily be 500 mil a kill.
Crazy.
I'm pretty skeptical though, because like AOD was supposed to be hard, and I got an AOD kill my second attempt, and my team was doing 5-man kills, and it was meant to be a 7-man boss. So we did it with 2 less people, and it took us 2 tries.
Wow.
Well, that's Ramen's fault for daring people.
I mean, they're always going to have those types of challenges, and they always end up eating their own freaking words.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge deal. Like,
No.
it's just like they just don't have anyone who's doing
Good.
this. I mean, the other thing is like the removal of Fortic auto attacking can change the whole game, though. To be fair.
It could, sure.
Actually,
I'm.
I was-
Go ahead.
No, I was chatting with Shane the other day, and he was looking into everyone who's sort of moving out of RuneScape but staying with Jagex onto this new project. Every single one of them has been a PVM person.
Yeah, this new game is going to be mostly, from what I can tell, 100% like combat based.
Yeah,
I
I'm wondering
suppose
if
it has
it's gonna
anything to
be-
do with that trailer that we saw on Discord earlier on
Yeah,
today.
did you see that shit that I tossed in the other day for RuneScape Aurora?
Yeah, I saw
No.
the Aurora thing. That looked amazing.
Did you, Pern?
No, I was wondering if they're developing a RuneScape MOBA.
Here, well, you may be right. You may be. I don't know if MOBA's the right word for it.
They've already said it's an MMO. It's 100%. It's either RuneScape 4 or it's like a completely new engine RuneScape MMO. That's 100%
But they've just
what it
done
is.
NXT. Why would they bring out a new engine when they're still fine
This is a new
tuning
client. This isn't a new engine.
This one
yeah.
looks different, really different, man.
You could easily build a new. The back end is what needs rebuilt now.
Yeah.
I doubt that's what they're doing.
NXT is merely rendering what the
I
engine
can
is
dream of it.
producing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we have a new renderer basically for the engine, but we need a whole new engine too.
My
Okay.
guess is it's gonna be like
Puzzle casket.
like it's gonna be like that whatever like that leaked Shawnee image, like that's RuneScape next gen. It's gonna be like
RuneScape remastered.
I don't think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like a brand new game, start from level 1 type thing. It's not
Oh,
what I
good.
want, but I have imagined
not-
that's what it's going to be.
And not have all your stuff dropped by monsters. You have to skill to get them. I would
I
do
don't
that.
think, given if it's true that it's all combat people going over there. then I don't
Yeah.
know.
Aurora Tech does sound interesting, Phantom. I agree. I hopefully am going to just assume that Aurora
there's nobody-
is not the same project as the MMO. Like, I have to assume they've got more than
Like
one
if you-
project going on. Good.
During the Game Jam live shows, they all but admitted it's a RuneScape MMO. Like
Pretty
and
much.
with what Mon Mark
Yeah.
said, like they have basically like admitted that what they're working on is a
Is
RuneScape.
RuneScape. Yeah.
It's a RuneScape product. We know that, and that
And they've also
basic
said it's an
and it's an
unannounced
MMO.
So you put those two things
Yeah.
together, yeah, and you get
RuneScape-based MMO. It's probably going to be in a different universe. Well, not a different. I don't mean a different universe literally. I mean like new servers, fresh game, fresh start. The likelihood that they will port this version of RuneScape over is I think still shaky. They may know already or not, but it's shaky in my own mind for many different reasons.
Yeah, I mean the project may die, right? And then they decide let's use what we've done to
Yeah.
make RuneScape 4.
It
Like,
could
you
go
have no
either
idea
way.
if the project's gonna actually succeed because it's still in very early stages, pretty
Yeah.
clearly.
Who knows? We might be able to use our controllers for this one.
And what they do with the assets also may be very contingent upon what happens to RuneScape 3 itself. You know, if it's super popular, obviously maybe they want to continue to build on top of it. If mobile flops and they don't, have new huge amounts of new players coming in, RuneScape 4 may become its own new standalone thing, and they may decide to kind of, let RuneScape 3 pitter patter out. Who knows?
I
Could go
don't
either
think
way.
I don't think it's smart of them.
I don't
to
either.
Make a brand new MMO. Like I don't think the market can bear it.
Me either.
But maybe they can prove me wrong. And I mean, like, I'm still shocked that like RuneScape was able to go from RuneScape Classic to RS2. Like almost no other MMO has been able to accomplish it. Like you look
Yeah,
at EverQuest,
we
1
mentioned
versus
that.
EverQuest 2, like
Mhm.
it just doesn't work.
Did we
Yeah,
did we
Mike
mention
was
that?
saying that.
Was that a pre-show
you were-
topic or a
No,
main
that
show
was-
topic?
Yeah, I think you were talking about main show when we were talking about that on.
Yeah, I used the
on
EQ
Saturday.
example as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sequels very rarely work in MMOs.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Almost never.
I don't believe that Jagex are going to be able to pull in the amount of people they want for RuneScape Mobile, RuneScape 3 Mobile, or old school RuneScape Mobile.
Here's a cat.
I don't
Well, they're
know.
not
I mean,
I think they're
money
already
out of it.
super far. Oh, you mean player base wise? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they will. I think-
I don't, to be honest.
I think they'll pull in the
Mobile
people. but they're not gonna
platforms-
make money.
Mobile phones are the biggest
900K
gaming platform
reroller
in the
now.
world.
and it's not close, right? Isn't it? Doesn't it blow everything else out of the water? pretty much?
Mobile is just in general the biggest computing platform ever. Like you're right, it's not even close. Like almost not almost everybody on the planet. It's a little bit hyperbolic, but you can almost say almost everybody on the planet has a smartphone.
That
Like
is so
they are
squished.
that ubiquitous. Whereas like
Yeah.
most people don't have computers. Like it's just not a thing that most people have. And I mean, like you look at like first world countries like the U.S. Obviously, most people have computers, but the place that mobile has gets around is like third world countries where you want a computer, you buy a smartphone, and that can accomplish most of what you can accomplish on any other type of computer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, guys. Well, I am out of here because I'm obviously gonna go to bed now. I've had fun. I enjoyed watching you do your little treasure trail there and get your 120. And did you get backwards on your reroll then?
I did go. Yeah, I lost 400K.
Oh,
In-
bugger.
in the-
Oh,
in
well.
that reroll.
Standard.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. What the hell?
It doesn't matter. Gonna continue.
I'm literally
on.
just running around the GE and Rock in a giant circle. Don't ask me why, but
You are struggling with what's known as GE syndrome.
yeah, it's because all I'm really doing is talking, and I don't feel like playing. I guess.
I'm gonna take it easy then, Hannah.
All right,
See you, mate.
Take care.
Take it easy, fellas. Catch you next time.
Catch you next time. See you for Friday's podcast, if Major's available.
And
But yeah.
DX's internet works.
I think I don't know. I don't see mobile being anything but a success. Like I don't think that they're
Yeah.
necessarily expecting tons of numbers, but like my hope is that they release them together. That's my biggest worry. I kind of agree with the if they release OSR as mobile first, then it's gonna
Like
it's
killed
gonna
Iris through.
suck all the fucking air
Yep.
out of the room. For
It's
RuneScape.
gonna happen though.
But that's
Yeah, but
what
they
I
haven't
still don't
released it yet,
understand.
and they haven't even talked about release dates recently. And like old school mobile was supposed to be out like months ago. This is near the beginning of the year, and we are well past near the beginning of the year.
Yep, for
They were
both.
Talking,
Go ahead.
they
Well-
were talking that that OSRS was actually virtually ready for release. So I mean, surely they have to be holding it off for.
They just did a mobile beta for OSRS.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a chance that
Both
they would.
seem fairly complete. I hope they launch them at the same time.
Yeah,
It's just
Fair
because
enough.
I mean, with how Game Press works, like you're not going to get people to talk. Like people are not going to understand the difference between OSRS mobile and RS mobile. Like it's just going to cause so much damn confusion.
Yeah, someone who wants RuneScape
it's not
3.
even like it's not like I think that RuneScape should be launched first. I think they should be launched at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
that way they can benefit off of each other's hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't want to confuse anyone in the wrong version of the game that they wanted isn't available, and then that was your window of opportunity to get that player back, and now they're just done with you again.
That, and you won't get, like, the Games Press isn't going to write about whichever version comes out second.
Yeah. Let's
Like,
be honest.
There's going to be articles
I
on every big gaming website when RuneScape Mobile finally launches. Like,
and
there's a reason
every
they
single
announced them
website is going to
together.
use pictures of old school RuneScape, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, probably.
that's probably true. Well, the other thing that Hannah's point from a while ago that I like is people are going to log in to mobile thinking that they, in their account realize they have, and then see they have 0 in every stat, assume their stats got wiped, get angry, and then log off.
Yep.
That's like for sure going to happen.
and as I've always said as well, I mean, RS3 is the one that has microtransactions, which is built for.
It's also the one that has
mobile
textures.
gaming, so
Yeah, pretty much. Every time I talk about RuneScape with someone, I'm like, you play that game? That game's so ugly. I'm like, you haven't actually seen RuneScape. Like, I'm like, it actually looks very good when you actually see what RuneScape looks like.
If
Like,
you
what
can play
old school
RuneScape
looks
on
like.
Ultra, which for some reason takes more power than a modern AAA game, it does look beautiful.
I didn't realize how much
I mean,
different it was
not a good
until I got
example.
my new computer.
Where I'm at, not a good example, but yeah, Pern, isn't it? It's crazy switching from like
It was
what you think is
I mean,
Ultra.
Yeah, I thought what I'm playing is pretty decent, and then once I got this, it's like it's just it was just amazing the difference.
I'm happy to hear that because I think RuneScape, except for this area, looks fairly nice.
Yeah, there are still some areas in RuneScape that look like
This is
dog
not where
shit.
I want to be.
Karamja.
And
Well, really,
ironic-
if you go to the I can't think of that, the quest line
Underground
where
Pass.
you end up killing bandos.
Fate of the Gods. No.
Wherever that quest line starts.
Dorgish Khan.
Yeah, that city
Oh.
where that quest starts that city is
Where
like
am I
the
going?
worst place in the game. It
Why am I-
looks so bad.
It does look really
But,
bad.
uh,
Dorgishkin
is
looks
it
like
worth
shit.
Investing the resources and dev time into like redoing a city that people go to only for clues.
Yeah, you only.
Maybe it is, but
Yes, people don't only go there for clues. New players go there for
New players, I was
questing.
gonna say, if you want to
yeah,
bring
that's
in new
fair.
players, you've got to keep it looking uniform throughout.
I mean, Jagex does have. You are right. That's a huge issue for Jagex because when they release an update that is aimed at low to mid-level players, it literally makes people quit the game.
I
So,
was
like,
I was reading an article
problem.
the other day that said that World of Warcraft is having the same problem. As far as its graphics go now, and new players are concerned. That RuneScape and Des like in World of Warcraft are like on the same level, and as
Maybe, but
I don't know, because I was thinking that because like as a new player to World of Warcraft, as someone who's literally played vanilla and then nothing else, I came back and played with Subwood Forbidden. I didn't think World of Warcraft, at least their new player experience, was fairly polished. At least maybe.
yeah, they redid their new player experience. I mean, it was 2011 now, but with Cataclysm, they completely redid all except for like literally one area of the game. Well, and two areas really. So the Outlands never got redone, which you can skip now if you want to, and there's a particular city that came out with the Outlands that's on the regular planet that didn't get redone. But everything else got graphically updated, so it's a bit false. Like they have very few areas that weren't completely overhauled relatively recently.
It's good to hear.
But I think the problem that game has is like early game quests are just boring and don't show like how good questing the game has gotten.
I tried the like free trial or whatever once, and it was like literally just like kill 10 of X thing. Kill
I
10
couldn't
of
get
Y
past
thing.
the grind.
I was just like, why is
Which
this
is
a
so
quest?
ironic.
Yeah, you couldn't get past the like 40-hour grind of that game.
I
when you
hate
just put,
fetch
like,
quests.
500 hours into smithing,
I
if not
know.
more.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's all about.
But it does when you sort of think about, a fetch quest is a totally different type of thing to sort of what we expect from quests. And when you're grinding a quest that says go and kill this, go and kill that, it is going to feel a hell of a lot different.
Black Desert does it a little bit better. But we're talking World of Warcraft here. Black Desert is a truly next-gen MMO that I honestly... I don't know what they're doing either. Like, how are you hanging? Who are you stealing players from at this point to be making a new MMO in these days and ages?
Well, a lot of MMOs come out more focused on Asian markets. Like
is that what they're focused on now? Is getting markets that are new to the?
That's 100% what BDO success.
It is a
comes from.
Korean-based developer for
Yep.
But so is Bluehole.
But there's a ton of new MMOs that come out that don't even launch in the U.S. market because it's just not worth it anymore. But like the games are still hugely popular.
So what I'm hearing
in Asia.
is, if you're an MMO player, you should just move to Asia because you'll be the norm, opposed to over here where everyone's like,
No. Whoa. It's way cooler to be the transgressive MMO player.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
I
Yes.
think so.
I feel like I've lived that all my life though, because I played RuneScape all my life, and it's always been a sin to play RuneScape for some odd reason.
If you move to Asia, you're just gonna play RuneScape. So like, what's the point?
So I can make a post on Reddit about how I got banned for being a gold farmer because of the city in Asia that I live in, and I don't want to be robbed of that experience. I want that experience in my life. I don't know. I got nothing. I am.
When are you gonna get that Halloween mask, by the way, Mage?
What? Which one?
You already did.
Oh, you did?
The red one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you already got one?
Oh yeah, I already bought mine
Oh, sweet.
like weeks ago.
Did you just get on the GE?
Yeah,
Nice.
I just put it in at the sell-off or what the current market price was a couple weeks ago, and it bought overnight.
Yeah, that's perfect then. That means
Yeah.
you got a good deal on it. Because
Yeah.
usually you have to go over it by like 10 mil to get it instantly.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that.
Are you wearing it actively, or you just like have it?
I wore it for about a week, and then I took it off just because I don't need to be constantly saying, "Hey, I have a discontinued rare" to everyone at all times. But I'll probably put it on during Halloween. I'm trying to think if there's another. It doesn't have to be discontinued, but another like easily buyable rare in the GE like that I might be interested in. I couldn't think of any, but it's nice to have.
I mean, like, Christmas Scythe is pretty popular.
Christmas Scythe, huh?
Yeah.
What's that cost?
I think around 250 to 300, maybe.
It's not bad. So I'm just trying to put my money into things that are like more than likely only going to appreciate.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween masks will only go up over time.
Yeah, for sure. If it's a discontinued item, it's only going up. The rares, there's like I would say it's a 90% chance that they're only going to go up. It's probably...
Yeah, but there's a chance they'll get re-released or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the thing.
I think it's pretty unlikely.
It's pretty unlikely. You're probably... I don't mind investing in them, but I'm not going to say it's never going to happen after I saw it happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a little scary. Like a part of why rares are crashed so much during that is like people were like kind of panicking that Jagex was just going to start releasing party hats and Halloween masks.
Phantom says, I'm really trying to work hard, work my way up to the World Wakes and Fate of the Gods by doing some pre-quests, but damn, there's a lot of quests. Yeah, this game has probably one of the most comprehensive questing systems I've ever seen in my life. It borders, like, on, like, what you'd expect from, like, a retail package, like, free, not free, single-player game is what I'm trying to say. More.
But sit back and enjoy them. Yeah, absorb the lore because you'll enjoy those later quests.
Some of them are real
that's
bad,
exactly
though.
what I was gonna say. Like, take the time to read them because, like, I know you want to get through them fast, but if you read them, like, they are like all super good. They might have shitty mechanics, but it's such a good story being told the whole way through.
Most of them have dialogue that is in at the very least entertaining. Like they're fun. They're fun to do.
There are some funny ones. I tell you what I enjoyed when I went over to old school was the Romeo and Juliet, because that was taken out by the time I got to this game.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Yeah, the new quest is so terrible too. This is back Romeo and Juliet.
But it was actually
why was that
reading it all?
Like, because it like
funny.
didn't feel like RuneScape or something like that. Was the reasoning?
Yeah, which makes no sense.
They went through a period.
It felt like RuneScape.
Yeah,
like super corny.
The only thing that survived was Camelot. Like Camelot, was they tried to remove that too, and the players like weren't having it.
Yeah, like a Cornerstone. I don't get like the. I guess there was a weird time that I completely missed happening, but like
it was
all
such
that
a great time
wacky
to be
shit
alive.
is totally RuneScape. Like,
yeah,
the Gowers
it
loved
is
stuff
the fact-
like that.
It's the fact that like that this planet
know where I'm
exists
going.
in some alternate universe compared to our own, and sometimes
Escape
like
rune.
shit gets through the portal or whatever. Like that's the whole wackiness of it. I don't know. It was very strange.
Wacky.
And the new quest is just bad and like problematic as hell. Like more problematic than Romeo and Juliet, which is already super problematic. But the new quest is just like, eesh, this is not like smart.
Did anyone redo Wolf Whistle when that came out? Because I don't think I did.
I did.
had to because of I forget why. I had done it, but I hadn't done like one of the quests after it yet, so it had reset for me. It was really weird. I think you remember I got like raged at one point because I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do a quest.
I had to do that same type of thing, but I didn't have to do that for Druidic Ritual, so I haven't done the new Druidic Ritual quest yet.
The only new one I won't do is going to be that Sea Slug, but I did all the new ones when they were released just to check them out again.
The Sea Slug series sucks, and I love the fact that alliteration just hit the nail right on the head. Not even intentional, but that, oh my god, that series is a literal pile of just fucking slug snot.
I'm really excited that Modstu's doing stuff to make the beginning of the game easier.
Yeah, Modstu's a good dude. Always liked that guy.
Yeah, he seems to care about
what is that?
A lot, which is smart because Jagex doesn't seem to care about early player experience a lot.
All right, Xanac looks like a giant purple uncircumcised penis to me that's like slightly drooped over, and I don't like it. I'm out of here. Moving along. Where is Khazgar? Come here.
Oh my god. My partner just killed me.
That sucks. Get a better partner.
He misclicked search. He had a
Did he PK on Reflect? I'm sorry, that's the only Virago like meme I know.
No, so on phase 5 in Duo, you have to rotate bomb tanks because you have to cade at a certain time, or you just get pushed back too far. Which is why it's kind of difficult because you have to like get your rotations down perfectly. But basically, instead of clicking Cade, he actually misclicked Surge and surged 2 blue bombs into me.
Oh!
Well, I had Soul Split on.
Does that mean you absorb your own soul when they hit you?
Unfortunately, no. It just means you die. Straight to Death's office.
I really, really agree that Dorgish Khan looks like Dorgish crap.
Yeah, it's pretty abysmal. Like it's
Very
like
bad.
it's like worse
All
than
right.
some stuff.
I just want to like stop right here for a second and look at this lantern here. Remember that we don't need to use a physical mesh to create a lighting effect in this game anymore, but this is how they used to create lighting effects in RuneScape. This is a literal physical normal mapped object that it has a translucent like texture over it that is pulsating, opposed to using actual light map. There's no actual light going on there. It just has like there's no bloom. It's a fucking gradient like gradiented texture going down in different levels of translucency. Like, come on. This area hasn't been up. This area was created before lighting engine.
Yeah. And it sucks because that quest line is like one of my favorite quest lines ever.
Look at
Yeah, I mean Zanik is or Zanik, right? Something like that.
yeah, Zanik.
I say Xanic, but yeah.
Anyone who's
Yeah,
anyone
you're
says
probably right.
Zanik.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm
Sorry,
willing
sorry.
to be corrected. It's,
I got a little too passionate about that. I apologize. I'm gonna take a step back.
Yeah, it's such a motivating quest line. It's so cool.
It's a good. It's probably one of the better quest lines in the game.
yeah.
Definitely one of
Top
my
10?
instant favorites. I did, and I got to do like the whole thing in like 2 weeks, basically.
We
So I
should-
got to like know what was up.
I want to do a video.
After I max, I'm gonna make a count just for questing and like do every like get my levels up and
Yeah.
then like do every quest. And, like,
Let's do a
pretty
video series where we do each quest and then like rate them like extremely critically. That would be fun. Rate them like their
it's a lot of work.
screenplays.
I would do that.
It is a lot of
Potentially.
work, but it could be a lot of fun.
much. Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
We
if
do,
it was,
like, one a
some-
month.
Some sort of pre-planned kind of thing with it.
Yeah, and then we
I,
can.
I want to kind of do them quicker though, because well, that could be a different thing. But one of my, I want to see like the whole RS story
that
to
frog's
date
fucked.
super quickly, you know, so that I can like have it all in my head at once.
That's what YouTube's for.
Okay, guys, I
Not
am
the same.
heading to bed. You guys have fun, take it easy, enjoy your live stream.
Take care, Pern. Thanks for stopping by.
Night burn.
I will agree it is not the same. I wish I wasn't poisoned so I could heal at this bank, but because I am poisoned, I'm not going to heal at this bank, and we're going to continue along. I'm going to call this the Magebit Power Hour.
I wear venom blood on a piece of armor when I do clues.
Oh, that's a perk, isn't it?
Yeah, can be asked to deal with poison.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. It's like 900 GP or so.
Is this clue luring me? I don't want to go in the wilderness.
I think like if you
I think all Mage heard was that it's expensive, and then his brain shut off.
Pretty much.
yeah, no, I was like it's like 900 GP maybe.
I'll spend money if it's going to increase my power, but if it's going to
Costs
increase
nothing.
my
It was a joke,
defense...
That's what he was trying to say.
What? I'm sorry. What I again...
Venom blood costs nothing to get.
Yeah, it's basically free.
Really?
You can just throw it on a shitty piece of armor and wear it for clues and be good to go.
Yeah.
Oh. I should do that then. I'm waiting for that Runecoin package to come out because I'm gonna buy all the presets and then I'm gonna have a clue preset and then I'll make it and bind it up and have it have Venom blood on it and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I feel like I need to get Orlando Bloom's hat today. That would be nice. Is that his name? Isn't that an actor?
Orlando Bloom, yeah.
Yeah. Who's the guy? What's the stupid hat in RuneScape? Is that also the same guy's name, or am I?
Orlando Smith.
Orlando Smith. Yeah, thank you. I want his hat. Orlando Smith's hat. That's what I want. That's what I need. I think I can't tell if this is Daemonheim or the Wilderness, so I'm gonna check Daemonheim first. All right. No, it's Daemonheim. Thank goodness. I don't like the Wilderness. I like the fact that we have a new show on the network. That's pretty cool. It's been a while since we've had a newcomer in town, even if it's from a veteran of our own ranks. But now you'll get RuneScape Weekly and Pern's Thought Bubbles right in the same feed, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to listen to it.
It's good.
It's hard for me to listen to people who say remove the wilderness, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's worth listening to and responding to because there is some interesting ideas.
To me, it's like it would be like people saying remove profits from skilling because we've spent 10 years destroying skilling profits, so why fix it?
I see where you're coming from. And that's why I think you need to listen to his argument because he doesn't want to destroy PKing completely. He just wants it to be a more participatory system. And
nobody would participate. To me, what they need to do, the simplest solution, as I've said a million times, wilderness needs to be a safe death. It needs to be a safe death where you know where you drop like 2 mil on the ground every time you die.
I mean, I think
like
it needs
that.
to be like pretty substantial, like maybe like 5, 6, 7 times more than. It's like you could go in with whatever gear you want, but if the desk cost would be say 2 mil for that gear, you have to spend 10 mil to get it back. I still think the cost needs to be significant because the XP per hour in the wilderness is like just massive. It's obscenely good XP.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, it still wouldn't even be because like a 2 mil death is like literally over a bill of gear, right? So like spending.
It should definitely be more than what death cost is. And maybe you're right at the high end there. Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, and it's fine if you've got over a bill in gear. 10 mil still isn't that bad, but it shouldn't. It should be significant. I feel. But it's a drop in the bucket. Like say your death is 200k, so that's like 50, 60 mil in gear that you would normally lose, right? So like even if they made it 3 mil instead of 300k. 3 mil is nothing compared to 60 mil. It's not even, it's not even the same ballpark.
I totally agree. I definitely don't have the numbers nailed down in my head, but yeah, I absolutely think that's what they should do is something like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably correct.
Like, I don't think you should be able to avoid the wilderness PK. Like, I think if you go there, it should be extremely dangerous of other players killing you. I understand that pisses some people off. That's the trade-off. If you want that good XP, then you got to be prepared to get ganked.
I like your idea better. I'd rather preserve the mechanics of the wilderness, and that's what I was trying to do with my argument in the comments on his video. But I would prefer a percentage of the value of what you're wearing is lost instead, and your items are just no degrade cost. Just you get whoever kills you gets a little portion of your money pouch.
Yeah. What you'd have to do is you
gotta have the money.
Make like an NPC, like I don't know, like a Zamarakian wizard or something, buy the wildy that you have to pay into his coffers, and you give him 20 mil, and then the next 5 times you die in the wildy, that money goes down, and then you can't go back into the wildy unless you give him more money, because you wouldn't want to. You can't come straight out of your money pouch, right? Because then people
exactly.
System.
Yeah.
But I think the wilderness, personally, I love it. When I did 120 Slayer, I purposely did as many tasks in the wilderness as possible because the XP's nuts.
Yeah. And it's only gonna get better with the new Wilderness Slayer master.
And there's zero competition because Abyssal Demons, there's 30 of them out there. And I went out with a Nox staff and nothing else. So if I got PK'd, I lost 50k.
The reason I won't do that is because if I got Skull Tricked, it would obviously you have a lot of money that if you got Skull Tricked and you can make money, you'd be fine. If I got Skull Tricked and lost a Nox weapon,
in that case, just take a chaotic staff. It's Abyssal Demons. It's not like you need it's not like you need a tier 90. You could just take a tier 80 out there, and getting Skull Trick would sort of suck, but it's I don't know. It wouldn't be nearly as impactful, I feel like. And the XP boost would still be worth using a tier 80 weapon because it's that good.
They could even keep the sculling mechanic where if you're scald, you're worth twice as much when you're killed. You drop twice as much gold.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. Doing a sliding puzzle. Which
I'll be
means we
back
got
in a
a
minute.
loot casket coming up in a second here. Second one of the day. Ah, this spider's taking forever. Like every piece is out of order. Yeah?
What are you laughing at?
We both died on P3 to a rock. Oh my god, this is so bad. We've used 35 minutes of ore and only gotten 2 kills. Oh man, this boss.
It's not even like that good money anymore, is it? You just enjoy doing it?
Yeah, it's not good money at all. But my friend needs Vitalis, and yeah, just do it for fun.
Gotcha.
Unless I'm doing like a teaching thing, I don't really like doing more than duo. It's just not that fun to me.
Ugh. Gonna re-roll the crap out of this. It would take 15 years. Yeah, it would. Yeah. Here we go. Confirm. And it still somehow got worse. Good.
Yeah, I think he's at like 3.8k KC, or he's getting close to 4k.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Grab another one here.
And I don't feel guilty not doing Telos because this is the guy who I owe money to.
Ah.
So if he asks me to go Rago, I just go Rago with him because
you're his slave, basically. Death
Yeah.
slave.
I mean I don't owe him that much anymore, but it was a lot for a little bit. I've got it down to like a bill debt, I think.
So it's, you know, it happens. The more I just get lost in skilling, the more I just I don't know, don't care about money, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I really want to open a Christmas cracker.
That'd be really cool. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, if I get one hand, I'll save it for when you can stream and we could open it together.
Heck yeah.
I think they're like 17 or 18 right now, so it's gonna take me a long time. Especially if I
I've
keep
decided that
losing my state.
my version of true comp is opening a Christmas cracker. If you haven't opened one, you have not truly comped.
I don't remember opening one. I know I did. I just don't remember it because it was so long ago. I more remember.
That means there's a hard limit on true comp, so get on it, people.
Yep. I also forgot I was playing RuneScape for a second there. That was a pretty big hit. Wow. Okay, and somehow I am where the clue needs. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. Good. Hi everybody. Welcome. Da 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 da. Ah, another freaking one of these.
I'm also wondering, like, what Duo Virago is going to be like once Fortic gets removed.
I don't know. I mean, do they have a? They're not going to remove it without a solution to replace it. I thought. At least
Nope.
I hoped. I thought.
They
No?
changed their mind.
Of course
It's
they
supposed
did.
to be gone before Solak, but they'll probably change their mind on that too.
Well, so far they scrapped both of the proposed replacements for Fortic.
Is that due to players, or are they just
well,
genuinely bad?
They're, in my opinion, they're genuinely bad, but
Okay.
it's highly likely that I'm just biased.
Okay.
Because, so like one of the ideas was make a threshold ability that allowed you to do the exact same thing as Fortic auto attacking for a limited amount of time, which is just like to me, just like so silly.
Yeah.
like you get to Fortic auto attack, but only for so long, and you have to use Eliza Dren to do it. So it would just be like an unusable ability. It would just be an ability that no one uses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might as well just remove it entirely at that point.
That's basically what they were trying to do: is remove it and replace it with a neutered version of itself.
Yeah.
To try and pass that off, but people saw through it. It sounds like.
Yeah, and it's just like a lazy change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could just fix their game. I mean, and they could stop trying. You know, the problem is they initially treated it as a feature instead of the bug that it really was due to their engine. Even if they wanted it to be a feature.
And what's more is they initially treated it, OMG, look how cool this thing the players figured out is.
Yeah.
Like if you look at JMod tweets, they're just like people being like, "Oh man, I gotta start like I think one of the mods, not Ramen, but one of the other PVM mods was just like, "Oh shit," and then he like added, "You got lit up," and was like, "You got to teach me how to do this sometime." And so like that was their initial treatment. It's like, and the reason everyone like spent the hours and hours to learn it is because mods treated it like yeah, this is just the new normal.
Yeah. Shouldn't endorse bugs, even if they're fun bugs.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, mod Twitter accounts do not speak for Jagex as a whole.
It's
Just
true.
because the mod Twitter account says something
Oh.
is cool doesn't mean jack shit.
That's true.
That is
yeah,
very
that's true.
Just you know,
It's
that'll be
certainly-
sad. It's gonna hurt the
Even
PVM.
that being said, it still feels that way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, it still feels like a show of support, even if it's not.
I agree with you there. It does still feel like, and that's exactly why they still should be a little more responsible with the power that they have, being Twitter and stuff like that. They should be a little more reserved in maybe what they say, but hey, it's not a perfect world. We're all human. We all get excited occasionally. Sometimes we get a little too excited and we pee the bed. It's not your fault. I want to be like, never mind. It's a stupid idea. Scratched. It's gone. It's gone from my life. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of
What's your next 120?
puzzles. I'm gonna go back to Slayer for a bit. Although, I'm also gonna be doing some dungeoneering. I think I'm gonna wait for the Temple of Amity. Is Temple of Amity coming out this month? And by this month, I obviously mean
end of June, beginning of July.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna be like, I was gonna maybe do a bunch of that for.
Shifting Tombs.
There is Shifting Tombs, yeah. It's not it's not good, but it's not terrible XP. Shifting Tombs hurts my wrist a little bit from all the clicking though. Breaking all the vases. It's fun though.
It is. This is a
I
very
was-
good update.
So I'm probably gonna go
Minus-
back to Slayer for a bit.
Minus the fact that I think it should have been better XP and better GP. I don't think it was enough.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm thinking my next like skilling 120 might be Hunter. I gotta look into that while I'm doing some Slayer. So I'm gonna go back to Slayer basically while I decide between crafting and hunting.
What about rune crafting?
Rune crafting is a tough one because I really want to do I want to make all the runes. And I've tried that, and it is very labor intensive. And I might quit again. But it's not a bad idea either. I actually need some runes because I've got a shit ton of rune two-handers in my auto alchers right now, and I don't have enough runes in there. So I could make the nature runes, which means I'd make even more money off of smithing. It's probably a stupid use of my time, but not really, because I was going to make those runes anyway for 120 smithing, so it's not really a waste of my time.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Saren just chills up here.
I'd like to do some dungeoneering. Like,
Do you think Saren will
really
date me?
do
Why is there no dialogue to
dungeon
get Saren to
hard.
date me? This is bullshit.
this is not a dating site, sorry.
Look, I'm gonna date Saren. You can't stop me.
No, only she can.
That's true.
Why does...
You can tell by the way she looks at me that she's totally into me, though.
I'm gonna have to reset this music again. Come on.
Tall chicks are good.
I agree. I'm a relatively short person.
Saren's like 10 feet tall the way it looks.
My long-term, like, high school girlfriend was, like, 6'2", and I'm, like, 5'7". Alright, this is not music, this is silence.
If I could change one thing in my RuneScape history, I would go back and not help Zeros.
Alright, well, this is one of the many problems, I guess, you get from playing streaming music while you're streaming, huh? Sometimes YouTube just shits the bed. Here, I'll try them on this website they have here. It's not... This isn't shady at all, right? Streaming on Spotify, sure. Logging in. Oh, now you want to come back because you feel threatened by Spotify. You heard... Google DeepMind heard me.
Bet you Backstorian and Saren probably date. Just saying. They both
I bet
hang
there's a
out.
little backstory behind that backstory, am I right?
They both hang out in the Tower of Voices, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, Tower of Voices, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but
No?
I still believe you.
Okay.
I believe that's what it's called. Maybe
It is called the Tower of Voices, yeah. I just meant they're being so loud that the tower's filled with voices yelling, like moaning, because they're getting it on.
God.
420, YOLO, Mage bit in the house.
420.
Hey, I mean,
I'm just throwing down anything now.
At least Backstorian got over his wife, you know? I mean, that's a big
Hey
step
man,
for him.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just-
been like
it's all part of-
3,000 years. What?
It's all part of God's plan.
Yeah,
God.
it is. Oh.
I mean, yes, it's been like 3,000 years, but the dude, like, doesn't move on.
Well, until we put Saren back together for him.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Sounded a bit wrong.
I'm having a...
Saren's just a sex doll that we reassembled for Backstorian.
Apparently. I'm not trying to write lore here. That was not my initial intention. But
No, it's just the way
she's
you worded it.
sentient. Yeah, I know. It's not the way I wanted it to come out. You know what? The fact that I can't use more boats in this game is frustrating. The fact that music is infidelitis. Is that? Can I say that word? Is that a word? Infidelitis.
Infidelitis.
Can I say it like that? That's. I don't think that's a.
I don't think it's a word.
I don't think it
but
is either. I like it though. Can
It
we-
might be though.
It can't be. It's too stupid.
I think you should pronounce it in infidelitis.
Yeah, I was like, I was trying to think of infidelitis. I don't know what I said. I just like I've been playing too much God of War. That's my problem. I've been watching too much God of War while playing too much RuneScape. I just wanted music. You know what? I can fix this. How many times have I said that one? Alright, I'll just switch over to different music. Stop talking over the music, though, TC. Okay, we're good. Where am I going? North. Something I can finally do. If I did 120 Hunter, vegan training methods only, do you think that would be a popular YouTube series?
I mean, to be fair, like Turtles is that vegan? Like, you're not.
The animal can't be hurt. As long as the animal's not hurt, it's a vegan training method.
Yeah, like the lore is that the turtles have to have their shells clipped or they get too heavy and will die under their own weight.
Ah, so we're actually helping them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the best XP method for 120 Hunter.
I don't trust this symbol. Yeah, it is. No money involved in that, though, right?
Correct, but it's like it's like by far the best XP.
Yeah, it's like 1.2 or 1.5 million an hour, something stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I could have it done in a week.
Yeah.
Why is this thing stuck dead freaking north?
It's not AFK at all. Although that's assuming you're doing the method where you're like using ticks. So like the tick method where you're like using.
I don't touch ticks, in real life or in game.
Well, so like the method is like you keybind a potion that you like can't use, a replenishment potion, like an adrenaline potion or something, and you just like keep. I forget the method because it's been a while since I've seen it, but like there's a method involving abusing the ticks, and it lets you, and that's how you pump it up to 1.2 mil an hour. Otherwise, it's like 900k an hour.
Yeah, I'll probably. I mean, 900k an hour is still plenty. That's 9. Say 9 point what?
It's like 900k. Oh, I don't know if you're talking to someone in the stream.
No, you. I'm talking to you. That's like 900k an hour.
Yeah, without the tick method,
so
and then with the tick method, it's like 1.2 to 1.5.
Right, so I could get like 9 million experience a day, minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's decent.
That's decent.
What
that is decent. Hunter, I could probably get about 10 million experience a day.
Yeah, but which training method are we talking about?
Turtles, shiny turtles.
Oh yeah, but are we talking about the ones you have to find, or
Uncharted Isles? I assume.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna make it less than 900.
Yeah, it's a daily. Yeah, that's
I can make it into an entire day, though.
Well, you can, but yeah, you're gonna spend time searching for more islands with.
Is
what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's gonna be slight downtimes in between.
So it's probably gonna be more like 500k or 600k or something like that.
Maybe I spent a lot of time in the Ark doing 120 divination, and it was not hard to find.
It's pretty easy to find isles that have one, and that's all you need for the.
I haven't been back to the Ark, and I don't know how fucking long. This place was such a sad waste of content.
It's beautiful too. It sucks.
I love it, but.
I just wish I had an open economy. I wish I knew where I was going. I wish a lot of things in my life were happening that aren't happening at the moment.
Me too. I wish I had an open economy. I tried to sell people on that idea so hard, and everybody's like, no, closed economies are so much better.
I was with you.
They're doing it again soon with the farming update, I think, which is like, no, I don't want this.
If the farming update has a closed economy, it will be half as useful. If not, oh my god! If I can't sell the shit that I make there, like why are they claiming they want to make profit, and then every time there's an option for profit, they blatantly ignore it. I don't understand that. That's frustrating to me. It's like they clip around it every time. Like, here's that skilling update you wanted with all the trappings, except it can't actually like do anything. It's like I don't know. Why are you teasing me?
I don't know. Why did they release deep sea fishing at 5 seconds later?
I
I haven't even been to deep sea fishing yet because I wasn't playing when it came out, and now there's basically no point to go there unless I want XP, and I don't care about XP.
Yeah. It's not even that great for XP. There are better things for XP.
Well, no, that's not true. The high intensity.
Oh, unless you're gonna do
insane.
Fish Frenzy. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
sorry.
five-
I
like
forget.
5 an hour.
I forget about these fancy new methods.
Yeah.
Where am I going? What is this?
The arcade's super pretty though.
Yeah, it is.
Literally nobody here.
Well, yeah. Maybe
Well,
when
I
they
mean,
maybe
the only point to being on the Ark is either you're doing a clue or you're in Uncharted Isle, so it makes sense that you would never see anyone.
Yep, because it was badly designed.
Yep.
Well, it was geared towards high-level players exclusively, and it was very, very, very good update for high-level players.
What do you use from it?
Me?
Bad.
Best XP in game for lots of skills.
Ah, so just getting to max.
There should have
Well,
been
because-
money. There should have been money making methods here. Then you people all over the
I
place.
don't know where this is. I guess I have to go up and out over there. That's
Well, from the perspective of a PVMer, no skill money will ever be better than XP because the number of hours spent is not worth it versus the amount of hours I could have spent.
This
at
entire
Telos instead.
area is just a fucking mini game. It's literally all it is.
Yeah, for XP.
It's the biggest mini game ever made in RuneScape. That's all the Eastern lands are.
It's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it's actually probably the game's best designed minigame. Actually. Unfortunately, we didn't ask for a minigame.
We did actually. That's
Did we?
what.
Yeah, it got voted.
Oh, okay.
That's what people
true.
voted for,
I didn't
and
ask for a minigame.
It got voted on. It was
That's fair.
overwhelming, too.
That's fair.
It was-
That's fair.
The idea of a closed economy was pretty popular
Okay.
on the show
You're right.
before it came out, even too.
Okay.
I don't.
yeah.
I don't remember where your stance was. I'm not going to say what your. But I know
Yeah,
some
no,
people on
I-
the show were all about it.
Some people were definitely about it, and I was like, "Why?" But if I wasn't, then please someone call me on my bullshit. But I'm like, I can't imagine that I was for a closed economy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I want to make money.
I remembered frustrating conversations on the show where I was like, "No, please don't do it," and some people were like, "Yes, please do it." And I don't know who those people were, but I remember the conversations.
But if I did, I don't know how to get to this clue. I don't want to get to this clue anymore.
But you're right. This area is so pretty. I could just stand here and look at it.
I've got nothing left in my soul anymore.
Souls are overrated.
I don't want to climb to the top of the waterfall again. I don't know where this clue is, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, trying to load the map here just took like 25 minutes.
Yeah, the map loading technology is still not quite there. But don't worry, by 2025, we'll be able to load a map on top of the game client. Think about that.
Yeah, the map needs a rework very badly. One of my most wished for things in the game would be a map rework.
I don't care, I never use it. And neither had DX, apparently.
You don't use it because it's trash,
Yeah.
and because you already know the game world. But if you don't know
Mostly.
the game world, you kind of need the map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. My brain's the map. That Spike Pit's looking real comfy right now.
You know, I think I would play old school RuneScape a bit
Stop
more
right there.
if they would add a skybox.
If they would add a skybox, huh? Oh wait, no, I was going the right way.
Just staring at a black sky.
Nah, it reminds me of the
It's
constant
absurd.
void and emptiness staring down upon my soul at all times. So you know,
Even if they just made it blue instead of black, I would probably play more. That game looks so
engine limitation actually.
black fucking box there. It's weird because like my memory doesn't even remember the fact that there was no skybox in that game.
Neither does mine. Your brain will do wonders.
Yeah.
Imagination is a
When I came
wonderful
back
thing.
to RuneScape, like, this game basically felt like my brain thought RuneScape looked like. Obviously, it's changed a lot since I came back. NXT came out, and we've had a lot of reworks.
Yeah.
So it would be a bit different today.
I
but
still dream in RuneScape Classic.
Interesting.
Yeah. And just weird. It's weird to dream in video game at all, but I'm sure it's less weird than I think it is. If you spend the amount of time that I spend. So I'm pretty sure your dreams are, you know, some bizarre interpretation of your waking life to some degree. But, I don't know. I just want to finish this puzzle so I can maybe get some lunch. There's probably going to be more puzzles after this, actually. TBF. What do I want for dinner today? I'm thinking of ordering out.
I don't know.
I want ramen. I want like ramen from like a ramen bar, but we don't have a ramen bar.
Bye, little David.
Bye, David. Eep, eep, eep. I am so ready for this. This clue's got the big reward in it. I can feel it.
Hi, David. Bye, David.
Bam.
Oh, Black Betty Bama Lamb.
Mmm. Back at it. Doing another compass clue. My favorite. I don't know how much I'm looking forward to trying the new update. After watching DX do it, I think I've pretty much seen it all.
Looks pretty awesome to me.
It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like it has any content for me. So it doesn't look like I should bother with it.
For
No,
what? Sorry.
It's a mid-level player update.
Yeah, it's a mid-level update, so aka don't bother. Weird that there's no comp rec. I don't know why. At some point, it changed where it went from every single week when there was a new update.
Yeah.
They
where
have
do
become
something.
scared of putting any kind of new requirements on any capes, and it
That's
pisses me
insane.
off to no fucking end. They're worried
It's
about
so
putting
dumb.
99 quest requirements on Quest because of Quest Cape, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, if you want to do something new with Quest, don't let a fucking cape dictate what you do.
Yeah.
This is honestly the
It's just
problem with capes like this, is they actually dictate the content, and that's bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I would say like it'd be nice that if there was going to be a new thing added to comp that was like 20 hours of work or something, it'd be nice to know a week in advance, just so like I can plan what I'm going to be doing that week. Like not like amnesty or anything, but just like ahead of time knowledge to be like, hey,
Yeah.
this thing is coming on comp. It's gonna be this extensive or whatever. That'd be good.
I don't
But,
mind
like,
that.
It's kind of nice to like log in on Monday, be like, find out that I have to do something in my comp cape, and then like I go do the new content for like 30 minutes. Because
Yeah. The capes
could-
are becoming so meaningless, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, it almost seems like their meanings are actually hurting them, which is strange to think of. I never really saw that coming, to be honest with you. I never thought people would be afraid of challenge.
I mean, it's kind of why I have always, well, and you know, I say this, but also like the Quest Cape example kind of proves me wrong. But why I have not been a fan of Comp Cape being as powerful as it is, because it motivates people to want to be able to keep it. But then again, Quest Cape, which is garbage and does absolutely nothing,
cosmetic.
people still are like, don't make 99, don't make max a requirement for Quest Cape. Why not? After 12 years of Quest Cape, it's totally fine if max becomes a requirement to have it. Like, and also like, it would take like 20 years to actually release one quest for each skill, so it's not like it would happen anytime soon. Anyways.
Also, 99s are not that hard to get.
That too. Like, back in the day, an 80 skill requirement was insane and was harder than what, like, 99 requirements are now. And
absolutely.
They used to be everywhere. And nowadays, it's like, nah, you can't do that because they lock Quest Cape behind Max Cape. Sad face.
94
give me a
quests to
120
go.
quest. Give me a quest that requires 120 slay. Totally fine with that.
I mean, me too, I guess. I think that it makes some sense to me, the sort of like... So the thing about 120 Slayer is the amnesty would have made sense if they're like, we're doing 120 Slayer, it's going to be in-game next week. You know, something like that. I think that doing it where we had 6 months of notice and then another 3 months of amnesty is a little excessive. But I think if they want to bump skills to 120, I think giving players like either a lot of notice or something similar to Slayer with the amnesty makes some sense. But generally, it's like
2023. All skills get switched to 120. Go start.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
I don't mind telling people that we're like 6 months. Like I think 120 skills upgrades are gonna get announced way in the future, so I don't think that's ever gonna be an issue. But I don't really think there should ever be.
Did you see the comment that Osborne left on as a response to the controversy over 120 perks?
No, what did he say?
I can read it for you if you'd like. It's fairly long. In fact, it'd be easier if someone else read it because I'm trying to do clue scrolls, but I can give it to you if you want it. Just give me a sec. It's in the topics document. Here. Yeah.
Yeah. They are, and they are. The problem is, Jagex is feeding into the like they are cultivating the but my cape.
But
and
my
that's just
cape.
bad because it's just gonna get worse if they do that.
But read that response if you can, aloud preferably, because I'd like to hear it again so it's fresh in my mind. I should probably spy on that penguin since I used all my penguin points, huh?
I really hope they don't repoll shit because it's going to hurt polls. I know there's been a fair amount of criticism on the topic, so I wanted to share our thoughts. First of all, the annual survey alongside the Build a Backlog polls are not threshold polls or guaranteed content polls. We do not treat them in the same way. If something scores highly or indeed poorly, they do not immediately get made or cast out. These surveys are merely ways for us to get information, and this is not there. Oh, and we couple that with a lot more information like data and analytics, feedback from the forums, design intentions up for the future, etc. Please do not think that just because it scored highly, it automatically got made. We are looking more broadly at the updates and using a lot of data sources. I also see a lot of people complaining about the wording, but I think that is a misunderstanding of how we use the results. As we see the survey as only a first step, for example, look at Skill Cape Quest. It scored highly, but why? It actually included just as many individual elements as Master Skill Cape perk options, a quest, 99 requirements, an upgrade to a Skill Cape, and an alternate Skill Cape perk. There's a lot of reasons to like that idea. You could criticize the options for including too many factors, but it does not deliberate. But it is done deliberately to get a lot of ideas in front of you. Now we know that something about the idea resonated. The next task is what? So we scout feedback on the forums and in-game. We talk about it on live streams and Discords. We look at data at what people are doing. We do a fair few things to build a big picture, and we may follow up with another poll. As a note, I can see a version of this where we do more polling, split out various factors and poll them separately. Employ a market researcher and do this properly. It could work, but it would be slower. It would lead to longer polls, and we might not have accidentally found the hook that makes people like Master Skillcape perks and the Skillcape quest. There's a difference here, and we might explore it, particularly as players see the poll but don't see the work we do behind the scenes, and I think that is frustrating to people. For Master Skillcape perks, we knew about the mixed feedback about various factors. We were able to isolate the levels of people who voted for this option and who didn't. A function you might not know about. We chatted with a fair few people about their responses, not those on Reddit, but people in game who do not necessarily communicate on social media. They were far more interested in 120 perks than Reddit. We then pooled that information with the behind-the-scenes stuff, our long-term plans for the game, the increasing high average level of players, what we feel would benefit the game. We considered polling. Actually, we considered only polling virtual 120 perks, as we felt the others had a few reasons to disregard them, but eventually decided not to, since we had a design solution that reached a strong compromise. The virtual 120 perks would be much less advantageous and solely utility, while the non-virtual 120 perks would be far more advantageous. If a skill ever went to 120 non-virtually, then the perk would be added with a much increased functionality. So that's where we are. I will admit, while we knew that there would be some negative feedback, the level has been slightly more than expected. We'll have a chat on Monday, but that is all I can promise, so please do not consider it a promise of change. Hope that gives you a bit more transparency into how we work. I will be honest, the surveys are hugely useful to us and get lots of ideas in front of you that we can follow up on, get data on, and do more work to refine. But I can see they are beginning to irritate as you only see the first poll. There are ways to resolve this transparency in the process. Poll less, poll more, etc. Please poll less, Jagex. That's what needs to happen. But it needs more thought, and not on a Sunday.
Not on a Sunday. Not on a Sunday. Leave them alone.
It's funny because, like,
Sunday.
it's good to hear they talk to people who don't traditionally talk on Reddit, because Reddit's a fucking echo chamber of bullshit.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
But also, then the top comment is like, let me guess, you only chatted with friends and clanmates who have at least 20 virtual 120s. Guess what? Those are kind of the people who should get to decide if 120s get perks. Like, I don't know.
They'll always say yes.
Well, sure, but people who don't have 120s will always say no. Like, I don't know.
I
don't know why.
I don't think everybody with 120s is gonna say yes either. I think the majority will, but there's no way to do it unbiased, and those people who have put in the work have a right to have an opinion.
I have an honest question that I'm looking for answers to. I don't know if I've asked this a bunch of times, that it might have only been in my own head so far. No, it was kind of in response to, I think, a YouTube comment that we had on our last podcast. But the difference between trimmed comp, having that as an obtainable goal in the game, and having 120 capes as an obtainable goal in the game, what's the big difference? Like,
trimmed comp isn't any different than comp as far as what it does.
I'm just saying, like, as far as like the difficulty to obtain these items.
Well, I mean, I would say, like,
these are prestige items.
Difficulty.
What?
Like, it depends what you mean by difficulty. You know?
Oh, just the time invested is more what I mean.
120 all is probably a bit longer, depending on methods. The thing is, like, 120 all can be bought, right? Trim comp can't be. which is a distinguishing factor.
I don't know. I'd
Right,
say
like, you
trim
can
comp
get-
can be bought. It just depends on if you're willing to do it legitimately or not.
Yeah, you sell people kills for comp capes, so it can be bought just in a different way.
Yeah, and I mean, if like I said, if you're referring to Castle Wars, it can be bought. You know, it's just a matter of.
Well, right, but like even if you buy Castle Wars, it still takes the same amount of time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like
okay, that
whereas-
I can agree with. Yeah.
spins mean that you could get 120. Oh, you could get a 120 in a couple hours.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean by that. Like the throughput of XP is modifiable, where the time is not dilatable.
It is, though. I disagree. There's a lot of tasks that you can pay people to walk you through that will get sped up by doing it. Not all of them, not as much as skilling, but there's plenty of stuff on the way to trim comp that you can pay for.
I just don't understand why we can have challenges like trim comp, but we can't have challenges like master work, these master cape perks. Like,
But trim comp isn't.
Is it
and
because of
it has
the?
no. It's only cosmetic. People are
Yeah,
fine.
it's
with
100% cosmetic.
Okay, so it's
People are
the
completely
utility
fine with
of the
cosmetic
perks.
120 capes. The issue giving them utility.
You gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So it's
It's the same reason comp cape gets shipped from a lot of people, because that is not a cosmetic item. It has a lot of advantages, and people get frustrated by that. That's why people are worried about 120 perks.
I just think it shouldn't affect combat. I don't mind any of the other comp cape perks, and I don't have a comp cape, and I don't plan on getting a comp cape anytime soon. But I might be a statistical outlier, I suppose. When am I not?
Well, I would say the majority of high-level PVMers have comp cape because it's the best in slot.
Yeah.
Cape. But like weirdly, like the obsession with best in slot is more of it's almost more just a sign of like prestige or whatever than it actually being relevant. Like the difference between max cape and comp cape is like less than 1/3% of damage, or like less than 0.5% of damage or something like that. And the difference between assuming you're only using one style, which is true of every boss besides Dagonoth Kings, and at Dagonoth King it's irrelevant. And I guess the Kiln Cape challenges themselves.
Yeah, but even the quality of life stuff on the comp cape makes people certain people
I think
feel
that part's
motivated
totally
to get it.
I honestly don't care. You know what? Like, that came up way more confrontational than I meant it to.
You know what?
Yeah, I don't even care. What I was trying to say was I got excited. I actually thought of an idea, and then it came off as angry. But like, I'd actually rather see them take the time and invest. And I know this isn't an equal amount of dev time, unfortunately, but I would much rather see them make cosmetic 200 mil capes than give 120 capes any sort of abilities whatsoever. Like, I would rather see that. Yeah, I'd rather 200 million have have some sort of show, because then it will give me a reason to do 200
The other thing they
mils.
could do is they could make it so that, like, at 120, make a 120 max cape, and when you get that, you can have 6 skill cape perks on one cape, and then when you get a 200 mil max cape, you can have 9 on it or whatever. And that way, there is a reward for getting to 120 and 200 mil in every skill, but it's a reward that, like, everyone else can already use. They just have to switch capes to do it.
I'm fine.
I don't
with
know.
that.
It's hard, though.
But I was
It's a
fine
hard-
with just giving rewards out. So
It's a hard thing to balance. Because,
It is.
Like, I mean,
you're trying to balance people's feelings as well, too. That's the thing. Is like,
Yeah,
a
the
lot of
thing
this
is
is over pride. It seems.
anytime you give, like, something that alters the game, there's going to be a certain subset that feels motivated to get it. Like, why
Yeah.
are more people maxing now? Because, and you can argue that max cape is OP, sure, and it, like, whatever. It's probably the most rewarding cape in the game. But
It's the biggest step
also-
up I think you can take in the game.
Also,
Yeah.
the fact that it's there. I mean, even like back in the day when original 99 capes came out, right? Like, getting 99s was a big fucking deal and forced people to get it, in some ways. But now they're kind of forcing people to feel like they have to get every skill to 99, and then potentially force people to feel like they have to get every skill to 120. And it's a matter of whether or not that's rewarding gameplay, and I don't know where I fall on that. Like, I kind of have, I don't know. I both like and hate the idea of 120 skill cape perks. I think it's Mage and I talked about privately. Like, I don't really know where I land on it because it's just hard. Like, I can see why it should be there for those players, but I do worry about making a really long process and then demotivating other players from actually playing anymore because they're like, well, that 120 perk sounds awesome, but I'm never gonna.
If it go, and this is why, like, I know you just said less polls, Jagex, but like, if they pulled this and it didn't pass, I'd be like, okay, RuneScape's not ready for that. Shelve it. We'll come back to it in a couple years.
Well, this is one of those updates that I think is. I agree with kind of Osborne that it's kind of too controversial to straight up pull. Like, there is no way in hell this would pass. That doesn't mean it's a bad update.
I'll be right back. Be right back. Keep talking though.
It would be like I'm trying to think of another thing they could pull that I think would be good for the health of the game, but like wouldn't actually pass a poll. Like if they pulled like a mid-level update or something, like we're gonna spend the next year trying to fix. We're gonna spend the next year working on making it so that like level 1 through 60 in the game feels good and is super great, and you get walked through. There's these amazing guides at the beginning of the game. Personally, I think that's very much needed, but it would not pass a poll because it wouldn't help most players.
Yeah, exactly. I generally think polling is terrible. Like, I think polling is fine if it's just if questions are phrased as, "Would you be interested in us doing this?" I think it's terrible when polls are phrased as, "Should we do this?" Because one, it creates an expectation of something happening. Which only leads to complaining when it inevitably gets delayed, just because that's just the state of the company at the moment.
Well, that's just the state of company. That's the state of programming. Like,
sure. I'm totally willing to rephrase that. That's just the state of creating
programming
code for games.
You have no idea how long something's going to take. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Cookie.
Anyway.
And then two, I just think that like players just don't know what they want, and it's just like hard to communicate an idea in a few lines.
100% agree.
Yes, I think polls are basically terrible if their intention, whether it's guaranteed content, quote unquote, or whether
some would argue that old school RuneScape exists because it's purely polled.
I don't think so. I think there's a very small subset of the player base who cares about that, and most players don't. Like, I think you would lose some of the player base, but I don't. Obviously, I don't know numbers, but I doubt that even 10% of the community votes in polls.
I mean, like
for that game.
and
that's also a great example too, because old school RuneScape failed the initial poll. This is a great example of why polls suck. Old school RuneScape would not exist if Jagex listened to polls. Like, it wouldn't be a game. I
didn't know that.
Yep, the initial poll I think was like it failed by like 5 or 10%.
Yeah. So I also think that polls should be content prioritization based, not like for example, like a poll. In my opinion, the best way to do a poll is say, we are currently working on X update and Y update. Which one, in your opinion, should we invest more resources to finishing more quickly? Like that should be the poll, just to gauge which of these updates that we're already going to do are.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, part of the reason why
That's
players don't know what they want is because players aren't game designers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and so like we don't know what's. First of all, we don't know what's possible in the engine. So you could be a game designer for, like, you could be like a Call of Duty game designer that plays RuneScape. Doesn't mean you're gonna know what could be cool in RuneScape. And also, people just don't know what they want until you make it, right? Like, oh, there's a quote about this. Like what Henry Ford said about the car. I think isn't there some like Henry Ford quote about the car? Like if I had asked people what they said they wanted, like
they would have said faster horse,
faster horse or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably getting that quote way wrong, but there's some kind of quote in that general.
I agree with what you're saying for the most part, though. Yeah. And I think that when they actually ironically polled us how involved we wanted to be, and a lot of
So
people
absurd.
a lot of people wanted to be involved. I think there was a big spike of people that wanted to be involved at the concept stage, and then it dropped off again, and then there was another spike of people who wanted to be involved, at the like the design stage. Like basically they wanted to be like, here's what we have going on, and then basically just like let players give feedback on the things that are already going on.
Well, and I mean, like, I think part of like the failure of last year is like that they were telling us too much. Like, we knew everything about Menopause before it came out, like literally everything. And I like, you could talk about there being issues with that content, but also knowing everything before it came out just demotivates you from playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what demotivated me was seeing that the interface looked exactly like the treasure hunter event interfaces, and the reward system was the same. That just made it just like was left a sour taste, I was sad about that. I actually thought that Menefos was generally good. It just clearly wasn't meant for me.
Same.
Yeah, it totally wasn't. And that was another problem too, is like that update, I will always argue that update needed to happen.
Yeah, it just wasn't balanced with any other content.
And it needed to happen in the way it did. I mean, maybe the reward system kind of sucked, but like that update was never going to be popular because it was not aimed at high-level players. Like, it was never going to be popular. And I think that's update is part of why they stopped doing comp recs for lower level updates. Is because people got pissed about that, and that's a great example of why.
Yeah, you're right. It's that that the reputation system was literally what EA did to microtransactions on a much smaller scale. That's what Jagex basically did to comp requirements with the reputation system. Is they stepped over so far that they couldn't give any more for like the next year. Otherwise, comp players like had a meltdown.
And there was no reason to do those. If you were already comped, doing those requirements sucked because they weren't meant for people who were already comped. But like,
it was like the comp rec was you need to AFK fishing at an XP rate that's about half as good as what you could do in Prif.
Yeah, but that's
for 50 hours.
That's what's gonna happen anytime you add mid-level, like, and you want to add requirements to it. Like, I don't see, I don't see how they get around that.
You just make it so that the difference between comp and trim is what it has always been traditionally, which is like a huge difference. Like this safe cracking, for example. I think that it would have been fine to say, to get trim comp, you have to find and uncrack all 49 safes. To get comp cape, you have to find and uncrack 7 safes. And that's what they did for Guthix. No one complained about Guthix Memorial because the comp rec could be done in about 2 hours. The trim rec was, like you have to prestige it. And I mean, to me, that's perfect. I'm totally fine logging in, seeing that I have to do a lower level piece of content for, 1 to 3 hours. But when you see you have to do it for 50, 60, 70 hours, it just like feels bad because then multiple days of your life are going towards having to do an inefficient training method. That wasn't even like a novel training method. It was literally AFK fishing. That's that's not okay. So like, I don't know. I think
that's what mid-level updates are. I don't know. That's part of my problem. There were a lot of people who complain about the fact that Menefos didn't introduce new training methods, and it's like that's what mid-level updates have always been. They generally do not innovate on how you train in the game. People have just forgotten what mid-level updates were like, in my opinion.
It's been a long time since I've been mid-level.
My problem is not forcing high-level players to do mid-level updates. My problem is forcing high-level players to spend multiple weeks doing mid-level updates.
I mean, but to me, that's a problem with comp because to me, that's what completionist cape means. Like, I think that's a problem with the comp cape and why capes are dangerous because everyone has different expectations of what they should be. And like to me, if you're going to call something a completion escape, then you better damn well be completing everything in the game.
Yeah, but like you could do. I mean, I don't know. I think that the way comp versus trim has worked out has been largely correct. You know, like I think because there's a higher tier of cape, I think it's fine for completionist cape means that you complete all of the basic stuff. Trim means you do all of the stuff. Like the difference was always comp cape is you have to do all content to get rewards. And this is different from my Metaphos argument, obviously. So comp cape has always been you have to do all the updates that give you rewards. Trim is you have to do all of the content even if there's no reward for it. So like Castle Wars, you do all the content even though there's no real reward for it. Comp is like you have to do all of the desert tasks because there's a actual item that you get at the end of it. And that was like the line of demarcation between comp and trim. And I think that's fine. I think that they should maintain that.
I like that. I like that. That gives some sort of like tangible, like definition to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's still always going to be things that don't fit those, but in general, I think that comp cape is you have to do all content with tangible rewards. Trim is you have to do everything, and I think that's fine. And it also makes sense in terms of the capes because comp is like a tangible reward. Trim is just comp but with different particles.
Good talk. Good discussion. Like it. I just choked on water a minute ago there. That kind of threw me off for a bit.
I really wish they would redesign Max and comp capes. They're honestly hideous.
What do you dislike about them the most? Like, what turns you off?
I don't know. They just look very 2012. Like I don't even know how to like quantify it.
I think that's just like factually correct.
They just don't look good for current era video games. I don't know of a better way to put it than that. Like 120 capes look cooler to me. Besides the terrible shading issue they have, 120 capes look better to me than
I wish you'd
Comp
stop
Max.
talking about the terrible shading issue they have, because I never remember it except after you bring it up. I never notice until you say it, and then I notice.
Look at a 120 cape, David. There are lines instead of actual shading. There are just
you
lines
can
where,
see
where
the
color
dithering
changes.
in the gradient, and it's very frustrating when you're made aware of it. But if you're not made aware of it because someone isn't ruining your version of reality for you, it's not that bad.
I literally can't not see it. Like I have no choice. I'm sorry that I ruined it for you.
It doesn't upset me too much because I just like you could just choose to not display your comp cape as your cosmetic.
I think everyone, if you have your comp cape, like that's fine, but you really should be wearing a master cape over your comp cape. I mean, come on, let's be real. They're the cool looking capes. No takers. Fine.
Someone just messaged me. Yeah.
I need to put this stuff like on the GE.
I just checked my Throne of Miscellanea thing.
Yeah,
it's still pretty decent. Like I had 25 mil in there. Not bad.
I have been I hate my life. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it.
What?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Miscellaneous is good.
The best right now, according to the wiki, is hard mahogany, which I've never.
Someone.
That's
just
my porn
logged
name.
in, sent me a message, finally can get on, and then logged off, and I have no idea who the hell this person is.
Wow.
Wait, Hannah, do you want to go do like Vindicta or something?
That reminds me of like a scary urban legend.
You
You should do Vindicta.
Or whatever. We don't have to. It's okay.
I don't know.
I just want Hannah to play RuneScape, that's all.
Let me see.
I've been logged in for the past 2.5 hours.
No one wants to buy my bonds.
Bank Standing is playing RuneScape.
I know. There's a cape for it. Grand exchange. So I have been wearing my... I've opened maybe, 4 caskets today so far. I haven't been wearing my Luck of the Dwarves or any luck ring at all for any of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just...
Missed out on that .0000000.
I've probably missed out on Orlando Smith's hat.
1% chance of getting something from it.
Well, I guess I could just go train divination for a bit, aka.
I think that they should delete Treasure Hunter and replace it with the Premier Club Vault and just charge people to enter the Premier Club Vault.
I that reminds me, I haven't done my Premier Club Vault. I haven't done it once yet.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
You all
If
got
you-
500 pilfer points, you fucking noodle heads.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with them though. Oh, is that so I can like just get the items without having to do any of the work, basically?
Can you bladed dive inside of there?
Inside of where?
The
I can't answer your
portal?
question either way, but oh no, yeah, I don't think you can. But I don't know for sure. But basically what you want to do is make sure you end on a huge chest and try to end as close to zero. You know, it's not to zero, but yes, zero. Like I try to end with like 5 or 4 seconds remaining and then hit a huge chest because the game it won't kick you out until you've looted that chest, and that's like it's so good. I enjoy.
What are pilfer points?
It's from the new update. Do I have to talk to him to get my pilfer points?
Yeah. You right click claim.
Okay, give me my pilfer points.
You need an empty inventory. Okay. 1 minute to loot as much as you can. Okay.
What did he give me? I don't think he gave me.
It's
either.
like you just do huge chests. Is that the way to go?
I just told you. Save at least one huge chest. Start with a huge chest, but make sure you find the other huge chest and try to open that last huge chest as close to zero as possible. But just keep in mind that like there's running involved to get to it and whatnot. But
Oh, so if I start it with 1 second left, I'll finish opening it. I won't get teleported.
Correct.
Ooh, wow, that's OP.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to like start a huge chest as close to zero as possible, getting as many other chests along your way, and you'll get. I generally leave with like 8, 9 large prismatic lamps and a buttload of feathers and shit.
I really like that Skilly D&D that they were talking about on Game Jam.
It reminds me of.
But I really hope. I don't want them to be super rare.
There was already existed. They basically described where you got to. It was one of those like May road trip ones, where the reward was once per day. You got to.
Oh yeah, go into those skilling
into
dungeons.
Thing. Yeah, do you remember?
I do.
When it did Torstal prices?
Yeah, they ruined them.
Yeah, it went from Torstals. So Hannah, when this happened, Torstals were like 9.5k each. After that,
Like
after 30 days of May, they were like 2.7k each.
Yeah.
So if it's as OP as that, basically they're just gonna absolutely nuke every single.
It's not going to. You're gonna get like one every 100 hours.
Oh really?
Yeah,
It's simply gonna be
probably.
extremely rare. It's not gonna do anything to the economy.
Oh sweet. So I got 370k agility XP. That's awesome.
Doing what?
OP.
The thing I just did.
Oh,
You wanna know
nice.
what the real pay to win is?
Portal.
Club.
Yeah, that's the kind of pay to win that is less egregious to me than.
Thought you were gonna say I'm okay with it. I was about to tear you apart.
I know.
I mean,
you
I
are.
bought my Premier Club with bonds, so.
Jagger, thanks you. They made more money off of you.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, bonds are like $7 a piece or something like that.
They will be next month.
Yeah, I see.
Maybe
I mean, to
there's-
me, it's just
there's
like
$6 or $7.
That's
a piece.
June, right? When they go up in price to $6.99.
They make $2 more a month off of you if you use bonds.
oh well, good for them. I mean, that works for both of us then, because I can make as depressing as it is, I could probably make 300 mil in.
It's funny to me,
being
like
faster. Than
most
I can
people
make.
think that whales in RuneScape spend a lot of real life money, and then that's how they buy treasure hunter stuff. I think whales in RuneScape, the biggest whales in RuneScape, buy a fuck ton of bonds, and that's how they do it. I don't think there's many whales in this game who are dumping like $10,000 a week into Treasure Hunter, like actual
Telos,
cash.
you can do Telos for 3 hours a day and get at least a bill a week if you're good. So the fastest skilling method for every skill, no matter what skill it is to do Telos.
That makes me sad.
It's true though.
I know. And
The fastest way to make yourself never want to play the game again
is to, think
is to
about
buy 5.2 bill.
That's also true. Buying the, all the shit for yourself, it's just pointless because then there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Not just there's nothing.
Your
to do,
end goal with the money you
feel
make from combat is like supposed to be buying your skills. Like it still
not
goes
just-
full circle.
nothing to do.
Well, we're
You
buying cosmetics.
feel no sense of accomplishment for what you did do because you didn't accomplish anything.
You could accomplish cosmetics.
Yeah, a lot of PVMers, their goal is just to buy as many dies as possible.
Which is why I'm doing
Dimes are
Clue.
boring. Buy party hats.
Do you know that if I hadn't bought my dies and hadn't gone staking in the past month, I would have a green right now, I think, or purple.
If you hadn't staked at all, you would have every plus 5 Christmas crackers.
No, not that much. The most money I ever had was like 85 bill. But
All
most
right.
of that was from staking.
I'm talking
It wasn't
about
like I wanted that.
lifetime GP earned versus lost.
I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna open this last casket here and then end the stream. Just a heads up. So I'm gonna pop this open real quick and do one reroll here because this is absolute trash.
Who eats food in 2018?
If you found, not bad, 2.2 million. That's what happens when you wear the ring versus not wear the ring. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone who took the time to come out and watch that. It's fun stuff. Probably post this as a podcast as well, since the banter was really good. And happy scaping.